Berwick, Mike Francis lived in Cambridge until 1972 when he moved to New Minas. Attending school at Central Kings, Mike participated in nearly every sport available to him and excelled in most. His unique combination of skill, physical strength, and endurance saw him become an important member of a number of successful Central Kings sports teams.
I encountered him as a grade 7 student here at Central Kings. He was in high school at the time, and there was a bunch of boys that really impressed me, a young guy from a country school where we didn't have any sports. And I was particularly taken with Mike Francis because he was so good at everything. He was an incredibly quick, gifted athlete, seemed to do everything so easily. I was greatly impressed.
In particular, Mike was an exceptional long-distance runner. Several times he won the mile run at the school's track and field competition, and also at the Acadia Relays in Wolfville. He was a critical member of Central Kings cross-country teams that won 3 consecutive provincial championships between 1956 and 1959. In 2 of those years, Mike placed first overall in the province.
I remember watching him play badminton. He covered the court so easily. He was a good basketball player, a good soccer player. He just seemed to do everything with ease, and yet he was very unassuming and humble about it. So I just thought, if I had to be an athlete, of course I wasn't going to be at his level, that's who I'd like to be.
Mike was also a member of the Central Kings senior boys soccer team that captured the 1958-59 Nova Scotia Headmasters Senior A Championship. That team is also a member of the Berwick Sports Hall of Fame. While still in high school, Mike joined the Cambridge Tigers men's softball team and unsurprisingly became a key player. Ironically, the Tigers played their home games on the same Central Kings field where Mike had excelled as a high school athlete.
Well, we played ball in the 70s, played quite a few years with Mike, and we won some championships and had a lot of fun along the way. And Mike is a good guy to play with, and a good player, and a really fast runner, and so we had a lot of fun.
In 1960, despite being a relatively youthful and inexperienced team, the Tigers were able to capture both the Nova Scotia and Maritime Intermediate C Championships, with Mike playing an important role both at bat, in the field, and running the bases.
He was a great teammate. He was friendly to everyone and never find fault with the umps or anyone like that. He was just nice to be around.
Mike was especially proficient as a base runner. Coach Dr. Ron Thorpe had an unwritten rule. If Mike reached first base, the next batter had to take a pitch or two to allow him to steal second, a sure indication of Coach Thorpe's confidence in Mike's prowess as a base runner.
And he played second base, and his favorite thing to do was steal bases. So he batted second. He played second base. I batted third. Our coach, Ron Thorpe, would always come over to me. He said, "Al, I don't want you to swing at the ball until Mike steals second." So I had to miss 1 or 2 good pitches, and then Mike would be always, he could. Can't remember him ever getting out more than once or twice during the summer.
He always batted second, and if you get on first base and Al was up, Doc would say, "You don't swing at the ball till Mike gets at second base." So that was a thing with Mike. He was really fast on the bases.
In 1964, now renamed the Red and Whites, Cambridge duplicated the feat of winning both the provincial and Maritime Intermediate C titles. In a league that didn't officially select all-star teams, Mike was generally acknowledged as the Valley Softball League's top second baseman and one of the more consistent and talented athletes to ever play the position in the province.
My father had a particular type of athlete that he liked. Guys that did their job, didn't brag about it, just went out and played hard all the time. And Mike Francis was his favorite player because that's the kind of player he liked. And he loved softball, so it was a great bonding experience for both my brother and I and our father.
Already a Sports Hall of Fame inductee as a member of 3 different teams, the Berwick Sports Hall of Fame is pleased to induct, in the individual athlete category, Mike Francis, an exceptionally talented and versatile all-round athlete.